Caveat emptor, buyer beware. So goes the old Latin saying, and here, where free trade is promoted, that saying should never be far from mind. Whether shopping for goods or services, to change your looks. Tonight, Focus looks at how the shopper's paradise can be abused.
Each blessed hour brings 60 of them. Each time that wooden cuckoo shows his face, another sucker takes his place, plunks his quarter on the line to buy my brand of genuine malarkey. God bless and love him, but don't feel sad or hopping mad or cause a scene, cause there's a sure shooting sucker born a minute, but ma'am, you might have been the minute in between.
They come from America. They come from the United Kingdom. They come from the Far East. Every day, Hong Kong plays host to as many as 3 million visitors from all over the world, and almost all of them are attracted by the territory's reputation of being a shopper's paradise. Free trade and free enterprise prompts the visitor to hunt for the one great bargain, whether to capture those special moments, or listen to your favorite artist, or simply to dazzle that special person. You pay what you think you ought to, and the choice and variety of goods appear endless. Last year, tourism contributed more than $14 billion to the Hong Kong economy. That makes tourism the third largest income earner, and 50% of that amount came from shopping. So it pays to keep the spirit of free trade and free enterprise alive and healthy. Unfortunately for some, a fair deal isn't always made. Last year, the Hong Kong Tourist Association, HKTA, dealt with about 700 complaints against member stores. However, only 20% of the complaints received were justified. The rest were the result of miscommunication between customer and dealer. But while the association can and has successfully dealt with these complaints, it can only act against its members. What happens if a tourist finds he's been taken in by a non-HKTA member? He's referred to the Consumer Council. Council Chairman Selina Chow talks about how the Council is prepared to help tourists.
Of course, we must extend the same protection to them as we extend to the local consumers, and we have to take into consideration their special circumstances. That is why we are going to open up a new advice center in Tsim Sha Tsui, and with a view to specifically to cater for tourist needs. So we, like small claims tribunal, we are pushing for the administrative provision so as to enable tourists to be able to retrieve their money within the short stay that they have in Hong Kong. I mean, things like that we can do bit by bit.
But tourists aren't the only ones to fall victim. Pui Wing wanted a video cassette recorder.
就買呢部機之前呢，就同佢幾間公司就夾過晒價，就以街發呢一間公司係比較低啲，所以我就同呢間以一個分期嘅方式嚟到買嘅。咁買咗之後呢，佢就同我講話呢部機係碳性磁頭就唔包用嘅，就好快蝕晒，就游說我買另一部機，亦都係以一個分期嘅方式嚟到買啦。分期嘅時候咧，佢就話334蚊供12個月。咁我話18個月有幾多啊？佢話亦都係334蚊。咁話點解會咁貴咧？所以喺呢度我就覺得有啲唔妥啦。咁佢就以一個較低嘅價錢再同我做，就318蚊。我買落訂買埋呢一部嘅時候咧，咁佢就同我揾分期公司同我做分期啦。咁佢嗰個分期公司上咗嚟之後咧，要我簽一份完全空白嘅合同，我就拒絕。但佢就話係有問題喺度，所以就叫我簽咗呢份空白嘅合同之後咧，翻去先錢。咁我就接受咗啦。但係喺買嘅期間，我就覺得好唔妥啦。
Electrical appliances traders receive the biggest numbers of complaints, followed by furniture and clothing dealers. Complaints range from overpricing to poor quality to unethical sales practice. It isn't unusual to hear of customers receiving goods with different features from what was promised at the time of the deal, as in Mr. Pui's experience.
後來佢送貨嚟嘅時候係點樣咧？佢送貨嚟嘅時候咧，就係 一個大箱載住部機啦，但係開咗箱之後咧，原來仲有一個細箱嘅，即係唔係一個 packing 就獨立包裝晒，係兩個 packing 嘅。
咁有咩可疑咧？
而且裡面咧就冇保用證啦，所以我拒絕收貨，佢就打我翻公司，叫人攞上個保用證上嚟。另外咧，我買嘅時候佢就話嗰個 remote control 咧就係無線，同埋嚟講咧就係可以一按選台嘅。但係送到嚟嘅時候咧係有線，而且唔可以一按選台嘅。所以喺呢個時間咧，我哋起咗衝突，一路拗唔肯收貨，但係到最尾咧佢就話我明呃你收唔收部機，所以我就對簽收咗部機，跟住去消費會度告佢啦。
So what help can Mr. Pui expect?
We are the bridge, and we investigate to see whether the complainants have a case, and then we put them in touch with the legal department to see whether legal advice can be sought. But if once the area is identified, in other words, if they are advised that there is legislation under which they could prosecute, then it becomes a civil case, and they would probably have to take it up themselves.
咁樣有幾多損失咧？
首先係首期318蚊啦，另外係200蚊嘅拖機費，再加1期嘅公機費。
消費者委員會咧就提議啲人啦，如果遇呢啲事可以去小額錢債審裁處咧就告發嘅。咁你有冇諗住咁做咧？
初我亦都有咁打算啦，但係計落我係同一間分期公司做，就唔係同佢公司做啦，所以比較蝕底啲。因為如果就算我打贏咗嘅話咧，我都要俾分期公司嗰啲公機費㗎啦。
So Mr. Pui chalked up his losses to bad experience. The Consumer Council, however, had already taken action to ensure that dealers who cheat won't get away scot-free. The Council had pressed for legislation to protect the media. On the 15th of May, the Council called a press conference and publicly accused Kaifat Electric Company of cheating. A week ago, the 9th of May, legislation was passed to protect the media from libel suits as a result of publishing these accusations.
自從5月9號呢個毀謗條例修改之後呢，呢間係第一間我哋要公佈嘅電器。